Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video is an exciting one. We're going to be working on the E55 here. We're going to pretty much be doing an upgrade on the coolant system on the E55. I told you guys to stay tuned on the channel for future modifications we got for the E55, and they're going to be beginning here shortly. First upgrade that I really want to do on the E55 is straight from Moscow Supercharge. I want to show you guys the secondary heat exchanger from Moscow Supercharge. Check it out. So this is the secondary heat exchanger from Moscow Supercharge, and I want to say, you guys, thank you so much for partnering up with the channel and really sending me this heat exchanger. I am beyond stoked. You know, the 32 sitting over there, we've pretty much done a one-of-one of that thing. It's got all Moscow Supercharge products on it, and I'm excited to also do the same on the E55. So really want to say thanks so much, you guys, for really just helping out with the channel. This heat exchanger, I really wanted to get my hands on this. The reason is because I love the dual pass heat exchanger. It's more efficient than the single pass on each side. This is the only company that actually sells the dual of this secondary heat exchanger. I believe this thing holds about 1 liter, so coolant on this is going to be fantastic. We're probably going to see a drastic reduction in terms of IATs when recovering. Just cruising around, we might see maybe a 5 to 10 degrees difference. I've already got a huge heat exchanger on the E55 down there. You guys, I didn't show you, but we did install a custom heat exchanger. We're going to be pairing it up with this secondary heat exchanger just to get the IATs as low as possible and to recover as fast as possible. Currently, if you guys are curious, on a full throttle on this thing, 90-degree weather or 100-degree weather, the highest I've seen is 125, which is crazy, and it recovers pretty quickly. Cruising, it's only 10 degrees above ambient temp, so if it's 90 degrees, it's running about 110 degrees. This heat exchanger I'm using, not a lot of people know about it, but it is the frozen boost heat exchanger. I want to focus more on this secondary heat exchanger if you guys are curious about this heat exchanger. Honestly, like this logo right here, that is pretty neat. It is really neat. The coating on this, it's also really nice. It's not like the regular aluminum heat exchangers you would find on the market, but it's got this really nice coating on it. I don't even know what you would call it, but it's pretty nice. So pretty much the dual pass is an in and an out, and it maximizes the coolant versus the one single shot and then from the out. Now, let me show you the mounting spots on here. These two tabs, all you have to do is just drill it into the crash bar, and for the other side there's nothing really here, so it's a pretty simple install here. I gotta say, it is ridiculously hot out here, guys. I picked the hottest day to work so you guys can see me sweat. Let me show you guys what I've done so far. Obviously, in front of the hood here, this little guy sits right over here. I just took it off. There's usually a main like metal thing here for the Distronic that I took off like a couple of weeks ago because I knew I was gonna eventually get this secondary heat exchanger installed, so I took it off already. It's pretty simple, honestly. There are 2 bolts that hold it. Obviously, this bolt right here, you guys can see it's still sitting over here. Man, it is dark. I need some light for you guys. The horn, I need to take that off. I need to relocate it. If I relocate it, the horn might sound weird, but we'll see where I end up putting it. Is this lip right here? We have to go underneath the bumper. I was actually able to fit it on there without taking the bumper off. This is the trick you gotta do. So the bumper has a screw right here and right there, and same on the other side. Take both screws out, right there and right there, and you can literally pull the bumper back with your hand, and it flexes pretty good for the heat exchanger to fit. So less work for me. Man, that thing is looking insane. Oh my goodness. All right, so what I ended up ordering was this 90-degree elbow brass fit 3/4, and it did come with these 2 hose clamps, so I'm going to use those. And I do have a silicone hose right here, which should be really nice to bend and don't have to cause any kinks. This guy I got because of how the hose is gonna route from the main heat exchanger up here. So I'm gonna have it actually go through here first and then come out into the main heat exchanger at the bottom there. I think that's the best thing to do, yeah, because it's gonna cool it off first and then go down so it doesn't heat soak down there and then into the heat exchanger. But check it out, I'm trying as much as possible to not take the bumper off. So we've got the mesh grill off. You guys, if you don't know how to, there's a little tab right here. You push on it and then you push on the other ones and the mesh grill will come off. So this is the routing on my end. So this top one right here, this is where the coolant that comes out of the intercooler underneath the supercharger. So we're gonna take that hose off and we're gonna route that hose to the top line right here. It goes into the heat exchanger secondary, and the one that comes out will replace this hose right here. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's why I have the 90-degree elbow, so I can hook it in there and I won't have any kinks for it to go up there. I should be able to fish it through here simply by just hooking it up from here and then trying to push the lines up there. All right, you guys, it's the next day. There was not that much really you missed on the last clip. Last clip, you guys saw me routing the hose in, and before that clip, I actually showed you guys exactly how the hoses are going to be routed. So I want to show you guys real quick how everything looks, and we'll go out and drive and see how IETs are doing. But this is pretty much how everything turned out, and dang, that is looking insanely good. So actually, there was one thing here I did that I didn't tell you guys. The routing of the hose, the bottom section is actually going to the bottom heat exchanger. Initially I said I was going to go to the top, but the hose kinks right when you get it connected to the bottom, so it doesn't kink right when you go to the bottom. So pretty much the flow is into the top section, and the bottom section is going all the way down to the heat exchanger and then back up the heat exchanger into the pump, and then the pump kicks it on, and then from the intercooler to the top heat exchanger. Everything is looking pretty good. You guys are actually able to use the latch right here, just bolt it back on here, and it doesn't actually hit it. There's some space in between there, so you guys can look at it in case you're worried. Honestly, this thing holds down pretty sturdy, that I didn't actually need to drill or bolt down a bolt down here to hold it secure. So I should be good, but I think maybe eventually I'm gonna probably drill it down there. This thing is actually pretty sturdy just because of this black line. I think it's holding it pretty sturdy there. Other than that, man, everything is looking pretty good. I just need to top this off a little bit. I did drive and it looks like the coolant went down a little bit, so I'm gonna add some more distilled water. I think it was just bleeding itself out. But that's pretty much for the installation, guys. This thing is looking really nice. I really like how the coating, the black coating, looks on the secondary heat exchanger. And we don't have any leaks. I'm glad we don't have any leaks. We'll go out and see how IETs are looking in cruising and also with wide open throttle and see how it recovers. guys are looking for this type of heat exchanger for your M113K supercharged, you can get this from Moscow Supercharged. Just go to runmsc.com and check out the pricing on this. Honestly, the pricing on this thing is a lot cheaper than the ones you would find online. This is definitely worth it. This is a great setup. If you guys actually want this setup, I highly recommend MSC. So there's one thing hopefully you guys can help me out with, and I'm pretty sure some of you have already figured it out, but I don't know what to do at this point. At this point, I do not have a horn for my car, which is like vital. So the horn, obviously you guys, it lives right here, and honestly I've got the wires tucked down here and I don't know where to put the horn. So if you guys can help me out, or what you guys have done on your platform with the secondary heat exchanger, let me know, because other than that, there's not really that much space to mount the horn. I mean, I could, I don't know. I really don't know. There is some space here, but obviously these wires are not going to reach. Let me know if you guys have figured out how to get the horn back, because I don't know how. Let's hop into the car and go for a cruise. It is currently, IATs are 96 and the temp says, or ambient temperature is 88 outside, so that's about 8 degrees below ambient temp, or above ambient temp, sorry. Just cruising around in town, that's not bad at all. Pretty solid. I want to see on the highway, just cruising on the highway, how temps will do, and then we'll do some pulls here and there. All right, so we're merging onto the highway. Oh, I guess ambient temps went up to 90 or 91, but it says we're at 98 right now. I also have the AC on. Dang, I didn't think there would be this much traffic. All right, let's... $114. 113. Let's see how fast it recovers. That was like a little pull right there. 107, 105, 104, 102. Hopefully you guys can see. We're not running that much boost. The car is a lot happier. It's breathing a lot happier. We're still in stock pulley, so. But once we change that pulley size, that's it. IATs would be a whole different ball game. I don't know if a lot of people run the same setup as I'm running right now currently, but this is a pretty good setup. But the smaller pulleys are, they're so much fun. So much fun than this setup. This setup feels like NA, but I mean, it's not NA. But it, being in a boosted car after some time, it feels like it's NA. That's how spoiled you can get. Let me see if I can slow it down here a little bit, do a pull here. Woo, 114. Yeah, that was 2 red lines, so that's pretty much like, dang, 114? The max I saw was 125 with just the heat exchanger. Dang, it's really reduced the IATs by a ton. 114 versus 125. Secondary heat exchanger added on is now 114. Just the main heat exchanger was 125. Dang, okay. I didn't think it was gonna be that drastic. It's already recovered. It's already at 102. So I'm assuming that's where we're gonna be chilling at. Let me do one more pull here. $116. Hope you guys can see that. I'm not making numbers up. But yeah, we're recovering really fast. Holy smokes, this is the best. This is the best mod you can do. A secondary heat exchanger, pretty solid, guys. I mean, what else to say? I have noticed a huge difference in IATs. Let's see if we can do a pull over here. Hopefully nothing crazy going on there. It looks like there's no cops. $116. All right, you guys saw that we got up to 180. Or not 180. 116 is the max I'm seeing. I used to see 125 in 90-degree weather, and it's already recovering. What's that at? 113? Hopefully it recovers a lot faster than that, but 109. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. 107. That's pretty solid, guys. I hope you guys picked something up from this. Secondary heat exchanger for sure. Must do. Also, I keep forgetting, if you guys have been enjoying the videos, go ahead and smash the like button, guys. It would help out so much in the videos. Like, it means a lot when you smash the like button. And also, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys don't want to subscribe and you still want to see videos, smash the like button, because it's going to recommend my next videos to you guys to watch. So thanks so much again. See you guys later.